Hey Soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're doing your predictions for the first quarter of your year, January, February, as well as March. Welcome to your reading. These are the decks that I'll be using for your reading today. You can pick your pile using the design of the back of the deck, but I really wanted the pick-up pile in today's reading to be focused mainly on the crystals. If you choose to do that, if you don't, you always can go by the designs of the back of the cards, and I will bring these down so that you can see them clearly. Yeah, and as mentioned, I want to focus on the crystals today, so let me introduce each one to you. So for pile number 1, you've got the beautiful Amethyst. Sorry, there we go. For pile number 2, you've got the Desert Rose. And this is what your crystal looks like. Sorry, there we go. And for pile number 3, you've got the Tiger's Eye in its raw form. And this is what your crystal looks like. Hello? There we go. So take a look at which one of these 3 piles or 3 crystals you're the most drawn to, and this will be the pile for you here today. As always, if you feel drawn to more than one pile, maybe even all of the piles, or I mean all the crystals, please feel free to check them out. There's no such thing as too little or too many piles. It's all up to what you're drawn to and what your intuition is leading you towards. Do know that you will find important messages in the other piles that you're drawn to as well. Sometimes it doesn't have to be the whole reading. Sometimes it's just one strong message that you're meant to hear. Sometimes it's the whole reading. A lot of the time, it's the whole reading. I just want to note that sometimes it's not the whole reading, but an important message in the reading. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box, which will take you straight to your readings. And please note that in the next section, you can pick your pile using your zodiac signs. If this is something you're interested in, please stick around. If not, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. But if you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, then my dear soul family, welcome. This part of the introduction has been created specifically for you so that you can do just that. And in a moment, after the shuffling, I will be drawing out 4 signs for each pile. Let's go 2 more times. 1, 2, and let's draw out 4 signs for the first pile. I think we need one more here. 4 signs for the second. And of course, 4 signs for the third pile. All right, let's see what we have. So for pile number 1, your signs are Aries, Libra, Leo, as well as Scorpio. For pile number 2, your signs are Pisces, Taurus, Sagittarius, as well as Cancer. And for pile number 3, your signs are Capricorn, Aquarius, Virgo, as well as Gemini. So, my dear soul family, these are the zodiac signs and their association to each of the piles in today's reading. Please feel free to pick your pile or piles using your sun, moon, or rising. I highly recommend you check out the 3 based on the advice that I hear from astrologers. But if you prefer to pick your pile using any other placement in your chart, please feel free to do that. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box, which will take you straight to your readings. And please note that in the next section of the introduction, Spirit will be picking your pile for you. If this is something you're interested in, please stick around. If not, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. But if you prefer for Spirit to pick your pile, welcome. This part of the introduction has been created specifically for you so that you can do just that. And as you may know, what I like to do is assign a different tarot card to each pile based on the numerology of the major arcana. And so the Magician will be presenting pile number 1, the High Priestess pile number 2, and the Empress pile number 3. And what I simply like to do is shuffle them around until one of the cards draws my attention. And that can happen by a card falling. I could miss passing on a card to the other side or pulling a card from the other side. Sometimes the cards bump into each other just like now, and I will know it is your chosen pile. So, my dear soul family, your chosen pile by Spirit in today's reading is pile. Look, I see number 2. Do you see that? Isn't that crazy? I would say that's the first thing I saw even before this card. So, the first suggestion is pile number 2. Just saw that and thought I should mention it. I see another thing. This is crazy today. I've never noticed that before. I'm noticing Sagittarius. So if you have a Sagittarius placement, please, pile number 2. My goodness. So there's a, do you see? There's a highlight on pile number 2 today. If this is the Empress, I'm going to lose it. Shut up. Oh my God, this is crazy. So, my dear soul family, pile number 2 is totally Spirit's choice for today's reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed the different ways in which you can pick your pile. Once you're ready, you know the drill. You'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your timestamps and I will see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at your predictions for the first quarter of the year 2026. So we're taking a look at January, February, as well as Mars. Welcome to your reading. These are the decks that I'll be using. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys in the description box. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Amethyst. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Aries, Libra, Leo, as well as Scorpio. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so let's check out your oracle cards first for this first quarter. And you've got the card Walls. Very interesting card. You do see a fox hiding in some sort of underground hole, and you can see some deers approaching, tucked in and hiding well. Very interesting. So it's a wall, but I think it's underground because we can see the antlers. Yeah, that's just my impression. All right, so let's keep that here. And you've got the card Hope. That's so beautiful. You've got a butterfly. All right, let's keep. Oh, we can totally place this card here and you would still see it. So you've got the card Focus. Right. I kind of have this impression that you perhaps have a goal. We do see a mountain. It's the golden tip. Yeah, focus as well as the mountain just gives me this impression that you have a goal. It's like a long way up, but you are a tiger. You are described as a tiger, as you can see from your card, or a leopard. So yeah, you're described as strong. We do see a wall, a protection here of some sort. And finally, as your oracle card, you've got transformation and change. Very interesting, because we see a butterfly here, which symbolizes transformation. All right, very interesting. And I plan to first pull out 4 tarot cards that will give us an idea about your quarter before we actually pull out your regular tarot cards. So the plan is 1, 2, 3, and 4. The plan is that I want to take out the runes, and I want to see which rune comes up for each card. We'll leave that here. All right, let's go again. I just moved it, so I fear that I affected its decision. Right, so we've got the Ingwaz rune, and then finally for the last card, the Berkana rune. All right, so what are our cards? For the Nothies, we've got the tarot card Justice. Oh, this is awesome. Okay, wonderful. So for the Ingwaz rune, you've got the High Priestess. Okay, very cool. We've got timing here, or that's like the gauge, pressure gauge. Very interesting card for sure. Right. For the Ansuz rune, you've got the 2 of Pentacles. Okay. And for the Berkana rune, you've got the 6 of Wands. Okay, it's looking great. So what am I seeing? Let's put these in the middle so that we can closely inspect them before we pull out your regular tarot cards. So what am I seeing for this quarter, January, February, as well as March? There's a lot going on, just so you know. There's a lot going on in this quarter. I feel like this figure reminds me of a new card, the Fool card, my apologies, and you've got the butterfly here again. I really feel that this quarter you are setting out on some goals. I think you're being bold this season, and you're looking up. You're thinking, you know what? Maybe I need to do these things. I can be bold and step up. What's the word I'm looking for? Be bold and go set out is the word I'm looking for. That's it. Go set out to create my dreams. That's definitely something I'm picking up in this pile. Something happened this year, maybe because it's a new year, you feel motivated by the energy of, you know, everyone feeling like it's a new year and thus giving you motivation to go. I feel like it represents a new beginning, and so I'm going to get up and do that. So I'm wondering what it is that you are trying to achieve here. We'll find out together. I'll ask this question in a moment, but just as an overall summary, I feel like this is the first step towards your massive transformation. Hope shows me that this is a quarter where you have a lot of hope towards your dreams and specifically the massive goals. I'm seeing massive changes. So these are things like maybe you used to make a change towards things that you wanted, but there were some bigger goals that you didn't dare to step into. So this season, this quarter, I do feel like you're taking the first step towards something big, a big goal this quarter. It's scary, for sure. It's kind of like you're taking that step, but you're like, oh my God, what did I do? And things start moving because you've taken that step, especially the things that you're afraid of. So if I were to read the energies of your pile correctly, I would say something along the lines of, let's say someone, as a funny example, but totally explains the energy, someone who's always wanted to get on a roller coaster. They always see people getting on the roller coaster and they were always too afraid to get onto the roller coaster. Let's say this is a big deal for them because if they get on the roller coaster, they believe they will be able to heal a fear that they've always had. So that's the quarter. This pile or this person takes that step and they're like, I'm going to go and I'm going to ride this roller coaster because it's going to heal what I want to heal. It's going to give me the courage. It's going to change how I see myself and what I can do, this, that, and the other. And so they go to the amusement park, they pay for the ticket, they get into the ride. And once the ride starts going and the seatbelts are in, or that lock happens, that person starts regretting everything. That's the sort of energy I'm seeing here. And they're like, what did I do? They start questioning everything. What was I like crazy? What sort of crazy decisions am I taking? What did I put myself into? And instantly this person wants to change their mind, and they're like, hello, I want to change. Can I get off the ride, please? Sorry, that's too late. You should have told us a minute ago. Well, I don't know what to do now. I must be like, you're really hating the decision, and you're angry at yourself for doing anything like that, because things are starting to actually move, because of the step that you've taken, things are starting to move. And you're like, oh my God, what did I do? And then suddenly your heart stops, metaphorically speaking, because it starts moving and it goes upwards and upwards. And you're like, what did I do? What did I do? And then all of a sudden, wham! And you're hating at least the first 10, 20 seconds of it. What did I do? No! Sorry for the drama, just getting you into the mood. And then, after some twists and turns and you hating it, you start realizing nothing's happening. Like, it's annoying, at least to you, but nothing is happening really. And you're like, it's not that bad. And you go, woo, woo, woo. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's scary, but then you're like, at some point here, you're like, you know what? It instantly changes your ideas. It might feel a bit like it might take your breath away here or there, but you're like, you know what? It's not that bad. Once you get off the ride, you're like, why was I so afraid? It's not that bad. In fact, it wasn't that bad. You'd actually feel like you can take another ride. You're like, you know what? I did it before. You go with a friend. It's not that bad. It's not that bad at all. Isn't this what we all tell each other when we were younger? It's okay. Believe me, it's okay, right? Like, get into this ride. It's okay. Believe me. We start telling others it's okay. It's not even scary. And that's the sort of experience that I'm picking up energetically for you this quarter. You have a big goal. You've never taken that bold step towards this goal before. And I feel like once you take that step, things starts moving. Things you were afraid of starts moving, and you're like, what did I do? What did I do? And once that initial scare settles, I feel like you're changing the butterfly here. You're changing as a person. And it seems like this big goal needed you to change first before it was able to manifest. I feel like the energies of you and that goal start matching. The frequency start matching. They're face to face, head to head. Like it starts connecting. Something deeply started connecting outside of what you're aware of. And I see that you'll be set out with the right tools, with the right freedom, at least freedom of heart, like liberating yourself from the fears. And you are just like wings. And at the beginning, the quarter of this year, you have the wings to fly. You have the tools, you have the resources, maybe you have the freedom, you have the boldness maybe to start flying off into your dreams. So big year this seems for you, and the first quarter seems to be talking about an initial win. Why do I say initial win? Because we see the Berkana rune as the rune of beginnings. So we see an initial win in the first quarter. You celebrating something massive. Again, that first step, do you see? That first step leads in this quarter to a big win. Maybe in the grand scheme of things, that big win is somewhere here, like going, hey, we started climbing the mountain. Hey, it's working. We're there. We're at the location. Our tools are working. We're going up. It's happening. Kind of like the win of it's happening. It's working. Something proves to be working for you in this quarter. Now, other things are also happening this quarter, as you can see. I see with the Northeast rune and the Justice card, this is a great quarter for you because Northeast talks about restrictions. seeing balance with the Justice card, and the Justice card, I'm seeing that there is a sort of restriction. Let's put the cards here so that when I pull out, you can see them. There is some form of restriction in your life that's going to come into balance this quarter. It's going to start working out for you this quarter. Let's see what this is. So you've got the Four of Pentacles, something valuable, right? And you've got the King of Swords. Instantly, I get the idea of you getting ownership or power over something valuable to you. So I'm not sure how this is represented in your life. Sometimes the tarot cards aren't super specific because at the end of the day, it is a general reading and each one will understand specifically what this is talking about. But to help you out, it looks like there is something in your life right now that is very valuable that you don't yet have control over. In fact, we see a lot of restrictions over that which was valuable to you. So maybe your children are valuable to you and you are restricted from maybe being able to see them, or maybe restricted from being able to take care of them for one reason or the other. Anything valuable, your money, right? Maybe you have money but it's restricted, like you can't get it. For example, sometimes maybe there's a loan and you have to pay the loan off in order to get your money. Or maybe this is a company that's supposed to pay you back, but they haven't been paying you back. Maybe this is the company you work in. They owe you money, but they're not giving back. At the end of the day, I see that in this quarter, justice is happening with this restriction. Something unfair is happening to you. You've been restricted from something valuable to you. And if you can't think of something now, I think if you give yourself some time to think about it, you'll find exactly what this is talking about. And yeah, it could also be with justice. It could be legal, something that legal is going to give you your rights back, give you authority over what is valuable to you. So yeah, legalities are at play this quarter, or just divine justice is at play in this quarter, and you get back something. You have autonomy or authority over something that is valuable to you. No one is having. It's like with the Northeast rune, it's valuable, it's supposed to be yours, but for some reason you don't have authority over it. And that's what I'm seeing here. So that's great news. Something is finally given back to you. Wonderful. Then we've got the Ingwaz rune, which is a rune of potential. It's like a seed. So it's like, yes, a new beginning, just like the Barkana, but the difference is with this new beginning, it could happen and it may not happen. But the potential is there, the seed is there. You take care of it, you plant, water it, right? You put it in the soil, you protect it from animals, insects, or fungus or whatever, and you get it. So with the High Priestess here, it seems like this is a new beginning that you don't see coming. Or in that case, it's a potential that you don't see coming. Why is it a potential rather than an actual, let's say, an actual beginning that is destined to happen? Because we see pressure here and we have a gauge, and this is the High Priestess. This is all about your internal world. And so based on how you react to it, how you feel, how you keep yourself cool and calm under the pressure, you will be able to get this amazing potential. Ingwaz rune, this is like something very valuable that has the potential of appearing in your life. The more and cool and calm you are, the easier you get it. Yeah, so let's get more information about that with the High Priestess. I'm feeling 3 cards, so let's pull these out. So you've got the Five of Wands. Well, it looks like a lot of people are competing over this new beginning. So that perhaps this is why there's pressure and you're guided to remain calm. So a lot of people are fighting over it. And it seems to me with the wheelchair that you feel restricted one way or the other. You feel like you don't have the full benefit in this situation as many others. But you're absolutely wrong, because the high priestess here teaches us the yin and the yang, and you can even see the half here with the high priestess. So you might think that your restriction is the thing that could stand in your way, while it could be your advantage in this situation. So someone in a wheelchair, for example, they have to work their muscles in other areas, and that we don't. So they have to like be more focused. They build their muscles to move, and they do miracles. We watch them do miracles that we are in awe of, that only they can do. So all I'm trying to say is, with the high priestess here, I'm seeing something around don't feel the pressure, and don't take things at the facade. Don't take things and how they look on the outside, like thinking to yourself, I'm at a disadvantage, because the cards are showing here that what you think are your disadvantage will turn out to be your advantage, what makes you stand out in the situation, because you have muscles, you have some things because of that situation that allows you to actually win. It's kind of what I'm seeing here. I don't know if you can see the face and the determination here. This person seems confident. They're all worried. This person is calm. They know they're just focused on the mission. They have the muscles for it, something like that. You also have the card, the Knight of Swords. Wow, I love the Knight of Swords. And you've got the, wow, Ace of Swords. I told you. The reason it seems that you're going to get this new beginning, if you decide to focus, as the cards are showing, is because of that very restriction, as we've established in your reading. So remain cool, remain calm. The very thing that you think is standing in your way will be the very thing that makes you win for one reason or the other. Perhaps it's difference in timing that makes you win, difference in arm power or whatever that makes you win. And with the arms here showing like a focus on the hands, like here, this person feels like their legs aren't at an advantage, just like the other people, when the focus here is on the hands. So you see, this allows you to use the very thing that you're stronger at that others haven't trained. That's the kind of energy I'm picking up here. So very interestingly, this quarter, you'll find yourself presented with a great opportunity that many people are fighting over. Initially, when you hear about this opportunity, you're going to feel like there is a form of a disadvantage that others have, that you have, that others don't have. And you're like, right away, this is not fair. Others have already, let's say, I don't know, they have the certificate for this, or they have the money to pay this, or they have the connections for it. I don't know. But because you don't, you're going to use another muscle. And another advantage is, because you're at an disadvantage, you are going to be very focused, more focused than everyone. Plus the actual hidden advantage, everyone's focused on the legs when the situation actually requires the hands. You see, metaphorically speaking, this leads to you actually winning. You know that Chinese proverb, no, not proverb, the story about the farmer who had whose son broke their leg, and everyone kept telling them, oh, that's bad luck. But then the army took everyone in, but his son didn't go because their legs was broken. And then everyone is like, oh my God, congratulations, this was good luck to you, and so on. And the story goes like that. It's kind of like similar. You think it's bad news, only to find out that the very restriction that you have will turn out to be your biggest power in this situation. Everyone's thinking, including you, it needs one thing, which forces you to focus on another power that you have, only for everyone to wake up and realize that it requires this power and not the other power. I hope I'm clear with what I'm trying to say. And you can see the mountains here. Perhaps this is connected to your dream, that bold move that you're going to be making, you finding yourself in a competition only to realize perhaps they're connected or not, only to realize that it was your disadvantage that was the reason you're going to be on top, or you're moving towards the top. I see a win. I see a victory, which keeps popping up in your reading. But yeah, a new potential, something that you don't see coming with the High Priestess that will require you to remain calm, highly focused. And it's going to be your disadvantage. What's your disadvantage? Let's ask, just so you're ready. Seven of Wands. Your disadvantage is that you have, oh, look, they have the two striped lines as these. Focus on the arms again. And the wands are on the legs. So movement, maybe you have a lot of challenges restricting you from movement, just like as opposed to others that can move. Something about movement, restricting your movement. Maybe others have access to a specific city or a place that you can't go to. But you're going to move in another way. Perhaps the swords are ideas. You're going to send your ideas there in the city faster. I don't know. Just my thoughts. But yeah, the restriction seems to be in the movement. Okie dokie. Two of Pentacles, which is our last analysis before we pull out your cards. With the Two of Pentacles, the Ansuz rune is a rune of connecting with a higher divine power. So it's connected to God, Odin, with the Ansuz, right? I'm reminded of a sacrifice with Odin, sacrificing the eye. So I see you going back and forth, not sure what to sacrifice. This is how I am reading it, especially with how the legs are positioned, a sacrifice here. And you're not sure this quarter what sacrifice to make. You've got two ships that are sailing beautifully, and you're like, I don't know. You need to stop one of them for one reason or the other. We'll explore that in a second. But you're like, I don't know. You need to stop something in order for something else to move. Or in order to invest maybe in something. You need to pick. What are you picking between? Can we get more information? Why are you sacrificing something? What's the story here, please? So you've got the Queen of Swords. There's the butterfly. Oh, sacrifice because of the bold move you're making, because of the goal you want to reach. And the Four of Cups. So something, perhaps electronic, due to technology, due to electronics maybe, is going to surprise you. It's definitely something you don't see coming. So the way you're making decisions in your life is you've got some things going on for you, or some things that are already established in your life, and then suddenly something pops up and you're like, oh, that you have new beginning, new beginning, new beginning. Something is coming up this quarter. Something is beginning this quarter, and it begins because you're taking a step. But the thing is, you're not expecting the instant results it gets you, the initial instant results it gets you. So Queen of Swords, you're making a decision, a solid decision. Now, the Queen of Swords takes the right decision despite of how she feels. She has the capability to go, yeah, I know, I love this, but that's the right thing for me to do, and is able to take the right decision. As a quick example, maybe this is an investment opportunity, and you have a beautiful car that you love, and you know, you're thinking, how can I get into this amazing investment opportunity, and I don't have the money for it? And let's say you have a nice car, for example. So the Queen of Swords would go, I love this car. I love the convenience it gives me. I love everything, the comfort, the luxury it gives me, and all that, all these things that it gives me. But I know that this unexpected opportunity is best for me. So I'm going to take a deep breath, and I'm going to go sell this car, and I'm going to put my money in this investment instead. My future me will absolutely thank me. So that's the kind of energy I'm picking up here. It doesn't have to be exactly what I said at all. But one reason or the other, you are making a massive choice. Do I let go of this thing that's working for me, or do I keep it? Do I keep this thing that's working for me, my apologies, or do I let go of it so that I can accommodate this bigger shift, this bigger advantage in my life? So yes, you're making a big sacrifice this quarter, my dear pile number 1, because of new surprises that are happening that you're not expecting, perhaps because of the big, bold step that you're taking. And you're like, yeah, may not be what I want to do, but it's definitely what I need to do. And it's definitely something that my future self will absolutely thank me for. So you're climbing upwards this quarter, my dear pile number 1. We kept saying we'll pull out cards. The reading has been going on for so long. I feel like this is what it was trying to explain. It's probably what I'm going to do in the other piles as well, the runes with the cards. But yeah, this is what I see. Any final guidance, my dear pile number 1, when it comes to your amazing quarter? Anything to keep in mind in this quarter? 3 cards. Your final guidance is 3 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. Oh, there's the electronic thing here again. It's going to be faithful to you, the cats. Your intuition is leading you in the right direction. And something electronically is going to work for you this quarter that will attract to you what you need. With the Wands, Queen of Wands, will attract powerful things to you, will work out in your favor. And you've got the Hierophant. Oh my God, what learning does. Learning and information can become your, let's say, employee. The thing that works for you is what I'm trying to say. So knowledge and information is the name of the game for you this quarter, my dear pile number 1. I don't know what you're up to, but that was the very thing that I was going to tell you when I saw the 3 of Pentacles. Learning. So your guidance is plan everything, look at everything clearly and well before you and others make a move this quarter. You could be in the right direction, but if you're not checking everything, your checklist, the information that you have, double checking everything, making sure that you are on plan, things can go awry. So yeah, as you're working with others, even if they're rushing, even if they're like, what are you checking? We already checked that. You stand there, check everything, make sure that everything is okay, revise everything, check the information, look at the instructions, everything before you make any move this quarter. Study things, revise them again before you make a move, even if others, I say others because it's a 3 of Pentacles, so others are involved here. Even if others are rushing in, you should check nonetheless. So yeah, that's the first guidance. Second guidance is you have this electronic thing that's going to be working in your favor. Maybe it's something online, maybe it's an electronic investment, maybe it's a new program or something. Yeah, that's going to work out for you this quarter. It's not guidance, it's really telling you to know the things that are going to work out for you this quarter. So sit in your power. Don't worry. Don't fret. Don't get ideas that it's not going to work out. Sit in your power, because this thing that's coming to you in this quarter is going to work out for you. You probably want to know what this electronic thing is by now, so I'll check that in a moment. And finally, the more you learn this quarter, the more things are going to work out for you. The information that you seek this quarter will be the thing that works for you. You'll be the master of the things you learn. You will be a master. You will master the things you learn, because this information will help things work for you. So learn, learn, learn. Finally, before we end your reading, we want to check what this electronic thing that's working out for you this quarter. What? How interesting. Electronic thing that will work out for you this quarter. So be careful with this electronic thing, because that's a devil card. If you believe it too much, it's going to entrap you. If you use it wisely, you'll be able to use it as a tool to get your desires. The devil card is your desires. So just as a quick example of what can work for you if you use it wisely, as opposed to it entangling you or even enslaving you, is, for example, a very good idea is the financial system. If you use it wisely, you can create wealth. If you don't use the very same things wisely, you can get yourself into a lot of debt. And you hear people talking about credit scores, like it's how, for example, you use the credit card. Are you using it to like pay it off and get the credit score, or are you using it to indebt yourself and put yourself into more financial trouble? Similarly, I don't know what this electronic thing is, but it's simply saying it's neither good nor bad. It's very bad if you're not well informed, right? And it could entrap you. But it's also very good if you don't allow it to entrap you and simply use it for your own good. Using things with a lot of awareness is always the right way to go. And that is exactly what I see for you, my dear pile number one. Be hopeful. This is an amazing quarter for you. It's meant to liberate you. It's meant to liberate you. It's meant to take you where you deserve to go. So yeah, take a deep breath and jump into it. And my dear pile number one, this is exactly what I see. I truly hope you've enjoyed your reading. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number one, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number two. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at the predictions of your first quarter of the year, January, February, as well as March. And these are the decks that I'll be using for your reading today. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them in the description box below for you guys. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Desert Rose. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Pisces, Taurus, Sagittarius, as well as Cancer. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so let's take a look at your oracle cards first. You've got Gateway. Wow, I love this for you, my dear pile number two. And the reason I love this so much is not only do I believe in gateways and portals, and but there was a specific one that was open a few weeks ago, and the cards were talking about it. So seeing a unicorn here, there's something about you being one amongst those very unique, lucky ones who passed through a very important gateway. You won't believe it. Even if you watch the introduction, pile two, it was so funny. The way Spirit picked pile number two today, it was Spirit's choice, was really crazy. So yeah, there is a high emphasis on this pile spiritually. There is a gateway and you have passed through this gateway. All right, whether you're aware of that or not. And you've got the card Tradition. Very nice. Celebration. I'm seeing something about celebration, celebrating you passing the gateway. Anyways, you've got the card Transformation and Change. You know, this is the same card that popped up in pile one. If you're drawn to pile one as well, I highly recommend it for you. And you've got the card. Just trying to make up what this is. So this is like a beehive. This is a fox. This is a rabbit. And it says the card is empathy. Oh, so sweet. It's like all of the different animals and species taking care of each other, feeling for each other. Okay, so let's keep that here. And let's take a look at your tarot cards. So the way I'm doing the reading today is that I'll pull out 4 tarot cards, and each one will match a specific rune. The combination of the 2 will give us the specific energy of this quarter. Okay, so what can you expect this quarter, my dear pile number 2? Before I open the cards, I want to pull out your runes, see which runes. All right, so we've got the first rune. It's the Fehu rune. Let's keep that there. And then second pile. Well, wow, we've got this pile. I see why this was chosen by Spirit. Fehu and Gebu. Oh my God, these are very favorable runes. Like this is a big gift coming to you. The rune of abundance. Are you kidding me? What a pile. Okay, so second pile, you've got the Tiwaz rune. Fourth pile, you've got the Othala rune. Wonderful. Let's see what we have. So for the Fehu rune, you've got the card Temperance. Okay. Tiwaz rune, you've got the Ace of Cups. I feel like it's saying onwards and upwards, to be honest. So you've got the Gebel rune. You've got the Six of Wands. Wow, wow, wow. Very favorable cards as well as runes for this pile. I mean, it was magical from the very beginning. You've got the Othala rune and the World card. Wow. Where do we begin with this? So, I just want to make sure I understand the card tradition here. I think it's talking about a celebration. Really, this is genuinely what I think this is talking about. A celebration of you entering a new gateway where you're going to be amongst a community and talk about community or an ecosystem, part of an ecosystem or a community. Speaking of which, you've got the Othala rune right there and the World card. It's like the world is your family. Othala is community, family. So the connecting maybe with different people, different to you, animals or people and animals or souls that have passed this gateway to the other side, meeting new people, it seems, that connect with you spiritually. It seems like this is happening this quarter all around the world. Could it mean that you're traveling or simply that you're connecting with them online maybe? I'm not sure, but I see that you're amongst this quarter an ecosystem of people that are different, but they are connected to you on a soul level. It's a new beginning for you and others that have passed this gateway. And one of your first clues this quarter that you have indeed passed this gateway into something very favorable, a gateway that's abundant and full of blessings, is that there is a new beginning when it comes to, as I say, our community. You know, when you have a birthday party and you have people gathered around you to celebrate your birthday, similarly, the celebration begins by you connecting with others, it seems, this quarter. And it's not like you're going to connect with each other saying, hello, I passed through the gateway. How about you? Yes, hello, I passed through the gateway too. It's not going to be like that. But you're just going to find yourself this quarter meeting new people, being surrounded with people that vibrate in your way, are empathetic like you, care about you, you care about them. It's just going to happen. You're going to find yourself in this ecosystem this quarter. They are different to you, for sure. That stands out with the world and all of these different animals. They will all be different to you, but somehow your energies work. They may have different traditions. They may be of a different race or a different nationality or a different, they even speak different languages, who knows? But you will find yourself in an ecosystem this quarter that you will absolutely love. They will be your new community. And when this happens, remember that this is your first massive sign that you've passed through this gateway. And you might think that I'm saying crazy things about a gateway that just happened, but this is for real. Like, I'm not being woo-woo. There are a lot of people in the past who predicted that there is indeed a gateway in the 21st of December 2025. Many different psychics from different nationalities have been talking about this particular gateway. Anyways, not to dwell on that, I'm just saying that you passed a big gateway, and this is a massive change in who you are becoming, in the abundance that's showing up in your life. Ace of Cups shows that this is a new beginning with abundance and great gifts to come. So let's take card by card to analyze what's going on. Temperance and Fehu. So Temperance teaches us that it's important to hold two different opposing energies, or very different. They don't have to be opposing, but at least very different energies at the same time. What does this tell me when I look at the Fehu rune? You won't believe it. But I am seeing something along the lines of, you're going to see different things that aren't related to each other, maybe not even at all, happen as blessings in your life. So it's not the energy of one amazing thing that happens in your life that leads to another amazing thing, to another, while that may very well happen. But what I'm trying to say is that you will find that you have different type of blessings happening to you this quarter that are of different nature. Like, for example, the blessing of having wealth, for example. And then there's another blessing of finding true love. And then there's a different blessing of being able to, for example, travel around the world. There's a blessing of the country being safe, the blessing of getting information that was always important, the blessing of health. We can go on. But I think I was able to explain to you what I mean by not connected. They will connect, of course, to give you a great life, for sure, but they're not connected to each other per se. All this is trying to say is different types of blessings coming into your life, unrelated, but will all be pouring into your cup of blessings. So this is the quarter where it's like a new beginning in your life, a new celebration. You will always go back and remember, this was the day, this was the year, this was the quarter where things absolutely changed for me, is the sort of energy I'm seeing for this pile. Transformation and change. Be patient with change. My dear pile number 2, remember that there is always a bardo when you're moving from one world to another. There's just like the butterfly, there is this chrysalis phase. So be patient with that. But yeah, this is the new beginning. Eventually, in this quarter, you will be experiencing a lot of blessings. The bardo for some people could be a few hours, some could be a few months, some for a few weeks. At the end of the day, you'll be experiencing a lot of blessings and gifts in this quarter. So that's the first thing that I'm seeing with the Fehu rune and the Temperance card. Now, we've got the Ace of Cups and we've got the Tiwaz rune. Something tells me that these two are connected. And the reason for that is because we've got success here. And then the Tiwaz rune is a rune about responsibilities, doing the morally correct thing, doing the right thing. So I would say you have been doing some responsible actions recently. Like maybe you've been taking care of your work. Maybe you've been taking care of your health. Maybe you've been taking care of your skin, nails, hair. Maybe you've been taking care of your children. I don't know. But you've recently have been doing the correct and responsible thing. You're like, I know I want to do that, but I'm still going to do the right thing. I know I feel like doing that, but I'm going to do the right thing. You see? There is a new opening, energetic opening that happened, allowing you to receive a new form of blessing pertaining to the very thing you've been working hard towards. So maybe you've been working hard towards something, you haven't been receiving results for them. This is the quarter where you are ready to receive, and you will be experiencing wonderful thing pertaining to the things you put effort in. So what did you put effort towards, my dear pile number 2, that will start working out for you this quarter? Two of Wands. Two of Wands. I feel like you've been observing something. I don't know. I get the impression that you've been carrying a world of responsibilities, carrying a dream in your hand that means the world to you. And you have Mars. Okay. So you've taken action and then you just stood there watching. That's kind of the energy I'm seeing. So, okay. So these aren't like many actions maybe that you've taken. This is coming across as doing the right thing with the TYs, like taking one action is the right thing to do. And something about you holding your breath and waiting, going, I need to see, how is it going to work out? You're just standing there watching the ships, watching how things are moving, watching the tide. You're standing still. You're like, what is this going to do? What is this going to do? Something along these lines. Anything else? Oh, so sweet. The Six of Cups is always a sweet card. And you're going to get it. You know, the beginner's luck or children's luck is kind of what I'm seeing here. Usually, people have to have experience to win. They have to have the knowledge to win. And then every once in a while, you see that new person coming in and they throw and slam dunk. It comes in, it's like, whoa! And you can't help but wonder, how did they get this ball into the basket? It's kind of like that. So you're doing something new. Okay, right, Ace of Cups. I think this is trying to, the cards have been tweaking what I've been trying to say all along. Now we have a full picture. You've been doing something new recently, and it required you to be responsible. Maybe this is talking about self-discipline, right? It required you to do the right thing. Something about doing the right thing and holding your breath, going, is this gonna work for me? And then, yay! It works for you, although you're a beginner, although this is the first time you do it, although you're new to this, or though you're young, who knows? Yeah, that's what I'm seeing for this pile. This is part of getting into the gateway. You will see yourself taking action towards something, and it just works out. It just works out. So that's the second thing that I see going on for you in this quarter, my dear pile number 2. Amazing. Amazing. Wow. Well, so the reason I told you these two are connected is because I see a big win here. Six of Wands. This is a massive one with the Geber rune. This is a big gift coming to you as a result of this new initiative that you're taking this quarter. So, new initiative leads to massive win. Beginner's luck kind of thing leads to massive win. With the Geber rune, you're getting a lot. You're getting something big. The Geber rune is like, for example, the king having someone visit them and they just give them a huge piece of land, or like a big amount of gold, something like that. So massive win, big amount, big lump sum, big gift as a result. It depends on what it is that you're doing. This initiative is for. And it leads to great success is what I'm seeing here. And last but not least, as one of your big energies this quarter, as we've already discussed, we see here that you are part of big community that aligns with you, that is like you, empathetic, that is like you. I see animals that are taking care of each other. They all care. Everyone's like, hey, careful, it's gonna fall, you know. The rabbit's trying not to move, the fox is positioning it, the birds are watching out, even the the deer over there is like, is everything okay? It's kind of how I'm picking up this card. So yeah, I see a wonderful community that you're gonna be part of this quarter. What's this community and how are you gonna meet them? So how are you gonna meet them? Four of Swords. You're not gonna do anything. It seems like they're gonna show up. Inaction is the Four of Swords. You're not gonna do anything specifically to meet them. Like you don't have to show up somewhere or anything like that. Wow, and you've got the Star card. I think if you look at your astrological chart, you might find some clues. Like if you're really good in astrology, maybe it's going to show you even where you're going to meet them or how. But anyways, it's written in the stars that you are going to be meeting these people. So that's destined to happen. All of you are star seeds, I would say, with the Star card. Star seeds unite kind of thing. Yeah, you don't need to do anything. How are you going to meet them? It's not really, to be honest, showing me, unless I'm not reading it correctly, but I think it's destined with the Star and the Four of Swords. You don't need to do anything. Four of Swords in action. Star, it's written in the stars. I think it's just destined. It's just going to happen. Kind of like, don't worry about it. You're just going to find yourself with this community. It's just going to happen naturally. It's meant to happen is what I'm picking up. So, like, who are they? Isn't this sweet? Strength card. And the Hanged Man. Who are they? So obviously you guys are a support system to each other. Who are they? Something along the lines of alone, you are stuck, together you're strong. So it's not like these people are strong or anything. Regular people, maybe everyone was with the Hanged Man alone or in a difficult situation. Enlightened, however, fully enlightened. And somehow through destiny you meet, and together you're strong. Together you give strength or help each other find your strength. Together you are strong. That's as much as I can see with regards to the Othala rune, the World card, the community here. Just a beautiful community where you'll be there for each other. Alone, you are weak. Together, united, you're strong. Something along these lines. You're very glad you found each other. Very supportive of each other. Very helpful, despite how different you are. And yeah, you don't need to do anything. You're just going to find yourself meeting on your path this community. So yeah, transformation and change. This is a quarter where you will be seeing a lot of massive changes in your life. So these are the four main energies. Let's expand in your reading and see what it shows us. I want to first expand on the tradition card because it's not just there. I think, I could be wrong, but I think it's saying more than it's like a new birth with birthday cake, a new birth, or celebration of unity, which is like a wedding cake, so celebration of unity of this community. I could be saying more, but let's just check. What is the tradition card saying, please, for this pile? The Magician. Gemini season. Mercury, yeah. Tradition. The moon. Also, Gemini, connectivity with others. So, the moon, Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands stands out, which reminds me of how people stand out in their birthdays or in their weddings. So, what is tradition saying? There's the cat. It shows how something celestial happens, allowing you to go through a gateway. Magic starts to happen. You start attracting a lot of things in your life. Is this talking about... Yeah, I think it's simply talking about a new birthday, a new you, a new life. Yes, a new timeline. Okay, yeah, it's talking about a new timeline of you attracting amazing things. You're on a better timeline, maybe even best timeline, who knows, in your path at the moment. Okay, so that's very clear. Let's, as I was saying, expand on the reading itself and see what you can expect this quarter, my dear pile number 2. So you've got the Queen of Swords, the Judgment card. Wow. Something about how, something about your reputation, Queen of Swords and Judgment. Your reputation is squeaky clean or powerful, something like that. Wow, Page of Cups, there's a lot of love. Wow, okay. Okay, well, and there's the butterfly wings. So you're changing. There's the wings here again. We know, I forgot about that part. We know that you're part of a community, and so the cards are expanding on that. The cards are talking about how in this new community you are trustworthy, you're trusted, you're seen as intelligent. It's almost like you're the throat chakra of this community, or at least your wisdom, Queen of Swords, Judgment, your wisdom is well heard and received by others. Yeah, very well respected amongst this new community. They see you as free with the wings and there to liberate them too. So remember when we talked about how each one in this community is bringing strength, right? Your type of strength seems to be in your wisdom, in your intelligence. And this community, because they are empathetic, they can really feel you, they can feel the words and listen well to what you're saying. And they are very excited about your form of power because they can see that your form of power is there to liberate them. You're good at something, in your life, and you sharing that wisdom is allowing others to be free. So maybe you have some great wisdom when it comes to your work, and everyone's like, yeah, please help us with that, thank you so much. Or maybe you've got great wisdom in how to, with the Queen of Swords, set boundaries, and everyone's like, yeah, please help us with that. Maybe you've got great financial wisdom. It could really spiritual wisdom, right? It could be anything, but I do see people listening to you, welcoming the information that you're giving them, and they are in love with it. They are almost, with the Page of Cups, going to spoil you with love. They will love who you are. They will love your truth, your honesty, your wisdom. With the Page of Cups, they're going to overflow you with love this quarter. And you've got the Emperor. I would say it's more than that. Emperor, you're the leader here. You're not just a person who is giving wisdom. I think the Emperor now is saying that you are a leader in this community. They are giving it to you. It's not like, hey, I'm the boss. Yes, we're weak, you're strong. It's not like that. It's more like, we love your wisdom. You're a strong person. You know what you're talking about. We would love for you to lead us. And that does not mean that this community will not be empowering you in another way. You're all empowering each other. That's the theme of this community here. But something about you being a leader in this community. Yeah, something about you being a leader in this community. And remember, you might think this is crazy, but this is the sign that you've passed this gateway. Yeah, anything else? Let's finish your reading in this quarter by taking a look at your guidance. What is your guidance? Thank you, my dear pile number. Keep swimming. Keep on going, my dear pile number 2. Keep on going. The sky's the limit. You're in a new gateway or a new timeline without resistance. So just keep on moving. Just keep going. Life is taking you to a very favorable position. Hermit. In this timeline, in this quarter specifically, you are guided to fully trust your intuition. It will be what it should be if you want to take the guidance, the very thing that moves you. Listen to your inner world. Sometimes with all of the noise on the outside, we just want to hear the right thing. We just want someone to tell us something in order to find out which direction to move towards. While getting guidance from the outside is always important. Don't get me wrong, you have to be well informed, you have to educate yourself, absolutely. But for this quarter, this is not to negate the fact that you should always seek information and knowledge, but this is a time of your life where you're guided to zone out everything on the outside world, even if you're getting a lot of information or none at all. Even if everyone's telling you where to go, what to do, that's the right way. I mean, how can you get another way? And they could be right. But you're guided to first listen to yourself. You've heard everything. Before you take any decision this quarter or make any move, listen, give yourself a voice. Give your inner voice a microphone, a medium to be heard. And that is through being all the quiet. Zone everything out and sit with yourself for a while before you take any massive decisions. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, now that I've heard everyone, what do I feel? What do I think? Stay still until you finally hear your inner sound. I mean, everybody's advice is so good, but if you were to ask me, I really wish I'd go there. Or if you were to ask me, I would love to do that. Maybe that's crazy. Maybe that's dangerous. Maybe we shouldn't do it. But that's what I want. That voice is invaluable because even if you can't actually do something straight away, it will tweak your direction so that you can actually consider that inner voice. What's the point of going somewhere only to find out towards the end that you always wanted something that you didn't get put into consideration? And that's why your guidance this quarter is to listen to yourself. Give yourself a voice. You don't have to take action right away. Maybe you can adjust your course of action a little bit, or maybe totally. But what's important is to listen to that voice. Give it a voice. And yeah, my dear pile number 2, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 2, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at your first quarter's predictions of this year, which is January, February, and March. If you feel like I'm speaking just a little bit weird today, I just came back from the dentist, and this is why you might feel like there is a slight, maybe a lisp or weirdness. So that's why. So these are the decks that I'll be using for your reading today. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful tiger's eye in its raw form. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Capricorn, Aquarius, Virgo, as well as Gemini. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, as always, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so our cards are ready for this pile. Let me take this out of the way. And let's start with your oracle cards first. So, you've got Connect with Gaia. You can even feel the grounding energy depicted in the picture. Okay, let's keep that here. You've got Intuition. Okay. The power of your intuition. And you've got the card Courage. So there's a bear sleeping, and perhaps the courage of the fox to come near all the scary animals. I'm not sure. Maybe we can check the guidebook or read it intuitively. We'll see how it fits in your reading, depending on what we look at the rest of the cards. So you also have Freedom. Very interesting cards. I must say, very interesting cards. All right, so the way we're going to do today's reading is that I'm going to pull out 4 tarot cards. And depending how the reading flows, they may be the only tarot cards we pull out, or they may just be the beginning. So, and then I'm going to pull out your runes, and I'm going to throw the dice and find a rune for each card. Right, so for the first card, the rune is the Wunyu rune. No, hold on. Yep, Wunyu. Okay, for the second card. Oh, nice. You've got the Fehu rune. This is great. Wunyu, Fehu. There's a lot of abundance here for you in the first quarter. Looking great. Looking wonderful. All right. You've got the Berkana rune. And you've got the Ingwaz rune. Okay, let's check our cards and see their combination with the cards. So you've got the card Knight of Pentacles with the Wunyu. This is wonderful. Okay. Then you've got the Fool card with the Fehu. This is awesome. You've got the Justice card with the Berkana rune. Okay, this is looking great. The quarter for this pile is awesome. And you've got the High Priestess with the with the Ingwaz rune. There was another pile, if I wasn't mistaken, that had this combination. Was it the High Priestess? I need to hide this because of the YouTube rules. Was it the combination? Was it they had the High Priestess. I'm not sure if they had the Ingwaz rune. But in all cases, it's looking amazing. Because with the Wunyu rune and the Knight of Pentacles, this is showing that you are already moving slowly towards a goal, trying to achieve something. You're being consistent. You're being steadfast towards something. And with the Wunyu rune, it looks like it's leading you to happiness in this quarter. So what is it that you have been consistent with that you're going to be happy with this quarter? My dear pile number 3. We've got 3 cards here. So what have you been consistent with that you're going to be very happy with? And it's not like you're going to reach the destination with the Knight of Pentacles, but you're going to start enjoying the ride. You're going to start seeing results that you like or things happening that you like. So perhaps my guess is that it's not really you going towards a destination, but you wanting to enjoy something. So you've been putting in the effort to enjoy it. And I am seeing, looking at the combination, that you're going to start enjoying it. It's not like you're going towards something. I feel like you're trying to achieve some form of joy or happiness, and you've been very consistent so that you can get that joy. It's not a destination, it's an experience almost. But let's see. So you've got the Knight of Swords. Wow. Could be wrong, you know. You've got the 10 of Pentacles in the background of the 10 of Swords. I could be absolutely wrong. And you've got the Queen of Wands, and there's the Child. So something is beginning. Hold on. I think I need to rethink this. I mean, what I said could have been correct if it resonated with you. But I'm thinking no. It's the initial direction that I thought about, which is you working consistently towards something, you wanting to see results, and you're going to be very happy, because the reason you're going to be very happy is because you're not just going to get results. You're going to be elated. You're going to be excited. You're going to be jumping up and down going, oh my God, I can't believe it. There you go. Just like that. I can't believe it. I can't believe this is happening. Because maybe you were thinking, I'm going to get some results. I'm going to get something. But the tens are the epitome of an element. And so here I'm seeing that you're going to get much, much more than you set out for, than what you expected. And it's going to happen very fast with the Knight of Swords. This transformation with the death figure on the Knight of Swords means that very quickly a massive transformation is going to happen, maybe even overnight, maybe in the same day. Suddenly, massive transformation happens, and you go from feeling extreme pain with the Ten of Swords to feeling the opposite, 100% like fully abundant. And so, yes, I am foreseeing for you this quarter a new beginning with this baby. In fact, we do see a new beginning here. Perhaps this is talking about how there's a new beginning with some legalities that gives you a lot of strength. We'll get back to this. We'll get to this card when we get to that part. But you again have the full card with the keys. Oh my God, I feel like the reading is actually all describing one thing, not several things, now thinking about it. But yeah, it does look to me like you have been working consistently and calmly towards something. With the blood, it's like it probably required blood, sweat, and tears, or you put in blood, sweat, and tears to get results. You thought, of course, you'd get some form of result, but you did not think that you were going to get results to this degree. And that's why you have the Wunyu rune. It expresses how happy you're going to be. If this is finances, by the way, for this pile, if this is finances, it's saying freedom. I am seeing that you have been following your intuition. You've had the courage to pursue something scary, maybe. And I'm seeing Gaia extending its energy to you, and I see it sprouting its blessings to you. I know it may sound crazy what I said, but I hope you were able to understand what I've been trying to say looking at your cards. I feel that Gaia, that earth energy, is giving to you, especially Mother Gaia, the earth, is giving these blessings to you. That's what I'm seeing. So, in anyways, if we read the cards in another way, oh, look, you've got the Green Man from the Irish mythology. And again, that is super connected with blessings and abundance. And look at your runes. This pile, we can't miss it. It seems like this pile is going to be super abundant from the very beginning of this year. I don't know what you have been doing, but what you've been doing is going to move you forward with the cherry tea. And you'll be super surprised about the type of abundance that is showing up in this quarter for you. Something about with the Queen of Wands, you either were manifesting this, attracting this powerfully to you. We see the Empress here. Maybe you've got a lot of earth energy here. I don't know. Maybe you've been grounding yourself. You've been grounded. Perhaps you've been healing a root chakra. Perhaps you've been perhaps you've been healing your root chakra, and this is leading to you being abundant and free. I mean, you got to ground yourself well in order to go up high. And there's something about this pile where you've faced something, courage. And that's how one of the ways, of course, where you heal the root chakra. It's not the only, but it's definitely with courage one of the ways in which you heal the root chakra. You get into the energy of courage, which gives you groundedness. Yeah, you've worked hard along with that. And it seems like you are becoming abundant in this quarter. Remember this reading. Yeah, you're quickly moving towards that, my dear pile number 3. Wow, this is really amazing. I don't know yet what the intuition card is saying, but perhaps you've been following your intuition. With the Fool card appearing here, perhaps you've taken a new direction. You weren't sure where it's going to take you, but you followed your intuition anyway. That's the Fool, right? So I do see that in this quarter, although you are just beginning something with the Fool, you've just started something, or it's your first time to do something, this is leading to abundance, the Fehurun. This is leading to a lot of abundance. I don't know why you have the Hierophant in the Fool card. Perhaps this means that although you're a beginner, you have a lot of knowledge, and that's the key that is working for you. Like, let's say you're a professor. Let's say you've always been teaching information about how to do great business, how to be careful with contracts and all of that. You've been teaching it theoretically all your life, for example. But let's say it's your first time to start a business of your own. So although it's your first time and you haven't done it before, you are a professor. And so a lot of the things that people tend to fall into, you aren't. So there's something about you, although it's a new beginning for you, you're somehow equipped with knowledge. You have the keys. Maybe it's not like all of the knowledge, but maybe you've been around other investors or other business people who gave you the key on how to do something. Or maybe you've been listening to podcasts that equipped you with the right knowledge and how to go about this new beginning. I mean, the examples are endless, but the cards are depicting that although this is a new beginning for you, you are well equipped with knowledge that you've acquired somehow, and it will be the key for you to unlock this abundance. So yeah, we keep seeing abundance showing up in your quarter this year, your first quarter this year, my dear pile number 3, which is awesome. I love this for you. Okay, so it looks like this new beginning is leading to a lot of legalities that put you in a strong position. So very soon in this quarter, you'll find yourself signing some important paper, maybe registering something, maybe you're getting your certificate, maybe you're getting your certificate in something, maybe you're a lawyer that's passing the bar, who knows? But yeah, there's legalities here which officially marks this new beginning with the Berkana rune. Maybe you've been working towards it, but now in this quarter, you're getting something officially in your name, right? So yeah, that's definitely clear, but it doesn't stop there. Again, it looks like this quarter, there's something coming. It may come and it may not come. With the Ingwaz rune, it's like a seed. If you water it and take care of it and help it grow properly, then this new beginning shall begin. I feel like I've seen this energy in another pile. I can't even remember. Was it the first one? Was it the second? I'm not sure. But anyways, it seems to be a recurrent energy here. There's a surprise coming up with the High Priestess. Yeah, I really think I've read this before, this combination. Please let me know if you've watched that pile, if this combination actually existed or not. But anyways, there's a new beginning. You can see it's a very positive one with the figure of the sun card. It's going to come like great news for you. You're going to go, oh my God, I can't believe this news. You weren't expecting it. You never thought it would happen to you, but there it is. Here we are. It's there. And although it's exciting news that you can't believe, you gotta take care of it with the Ingwaz rune. It needs that tender love and care. It needs attention. It needs you to be careful with it, just like a newborn baby. That's the Ingwaz rune. You need to take proper care of it. It might take a lot of your attention, if not all of it, for it to grow properly. So let's get some clues about the surprise. First of all, when the High Priestess appears, we need to ask, are you allowed to know since this is a surprise or no? Like if this is a surprise, maybe it's open for you to find out. Are you supposed to know what the surprise is? No. See, it's saying you can, but if you know about it with the Devil card, it could spoil its potency. It could spoil energetically how it comes to you. So yeah, the answer is no. I mean, if you want to use your cards and find out, you can. It's not saying like it's blocked, but the guidance is you're just sort of ruin the energy for yourself a little, or tamper with the energy. The reason for that is because the Devil card has to do with attachment. So you finding out will perhaps cause you to be too attached to it. That's why they're guiding you not to. I mean, if you can like release it, go ahead. But if you know and the cards are saying you will be attached to the good news, it's going to tamper with the energy. So let it flow. Allow it to flow, my dear pile number 3. But let's get some guidance. How are you guided once you hear the news to take care of it? All right. So you've got the 8 of Wands in the background of the 8 of Swords. Not too fast, not too slow, something like that. 4 of Swords in the background of the 4 of Wands. Calm, be calm. And you've got the 5 of Wands and in the background of the 5 of Swords. Very interesting perspective. So the guidance is you wanna, whatever this thing is, this surprise is, you don't want to either do too much or do nothing at all with the 8 of Swords and the 8 of Wands. You don't want to be too excited or not excited at all, right? It's the same thing here. Yeah, I'll explain this in a moment. So you don't want to be this or that. There's always a middle ground. You don't have to be, when we say don't be too excited, meaning being attached, it doesn't mean that the right way to go is to not be attached at all or excited at all. Like for example, let me give you an example. Let's say this is a romantic connection, for example, right? And so maybe this is you finding the love of your life, someone who is wonderful, someone who you've always dreamt of, and everything is going great, right? In that case, this is saying, yes, be happy with it, enjoy it, but don't be too excited, because this, with the opposite, leads to attachment, right? And on the other hand, you don't want to be like, what's the word when you don't care about anything? Like meh, I can't remember the word. You don't want to, yeah, be there. It'll come to me now. You want to be somewhere in the middle. You want to be happy about it. You want to enjoy it, right? But you don't want your whole world to revolve around it. You don't want to be obsessed about it. You just want to enjoy it, be in the moment, right? So that's the advice that I see with the 8 of Wands and the 8 of Swords. And here you can see that same advice, but it explains it better to you. The calmer you are with the 4 of Swords, the more it elevates with the background of the 4 of Wands. If this is love again, the Four of Wands suggests even marriage, like this is your lifetime partner. If this is getting into a business or an investment that you care about, then the calmer you are, the more it's going to flow energetically, or maybe you're going to take the right decisions and it's going to work out great for you. So yeah, be calm. Be calm and don't be on any one of the two extremes, whatever this thing is going to be. Why? Because not only is this going to hinder it energetically, but here there are some things to deal with this situation. You have the two fives. These are not easy energies. Five of Wands is like challenges, some form of challenges that definitely need your attention. Five of Swords is you can, I want to be honest, maybe you can get hurt. Not that this situation is here to hurt you. Sometimes it could hurt us because of us. It doesn't have to be that the business is bad or the person is bad or the situation is bad or the country is bad, whatever this is. This is simply saying that if you are not in the right mindset, you will, in that case, be hurt. Because maybe this is saying that there is something that could take your rights unfairly. Five of Wands, Five of Swords, definitely. Something can be making use of the situation. Someone or something can be making use of the situation. And like I said, I'm not saying that the situation itself could be bad. Like, let's go back to the romantic example. Maybe your new partner, new love is not bad, but maybe seeing that you're too excited can make the people around them who also want their attention to play games with you, unnecessary games that you don't want to get into, childish games that you don't want to get into. That's just an example. Or maybe that person can make use of something. Maybe it's a shadow that they haven't dealt with. I don't know. It's not clear. But what is clear is that the calmer you are and the more you're not into one extreme or the other, everything in moderation, the more you are in the moment and calm, these games can't be played on you. You gotta be part of the ship in building the ship for it to sail. And so if you're not involved in the game, no one can play. It takes two to tango is what I'm seeing in your cards in this particular situation. And there's something about a zero-sum game. So if you're on one extreme or the other, someone's going to win, someone's going to lose. And you being in one of these extremes is going to make you lose. If you're not playing this game, this zero-sum game, sorry, my tongue, zero-sum game, it's not gonna happen. It's only gonna elevate. Yeah, and that's what I see as your guidance here with regards to the surprise that's coming. We've even got Virgo here. This is like a fresh new experience, a totally new experience that you will love. And if you are calm, Virgo is like a version. We get a sense of a bit of naivety. I'm not saying that Virgos are in any way, shape, or form naive. I'm just reading intuitively. There is the naivety that comes with an exciting new beginning. And if you follow this guidance of just being calm, you won't have to go through what beginners usually have to go through with these situations. Overall, I see many new beginnings happening in this quarter for you. I see new legalities and new wealth coming to you. I see that in this quarter, you're going to be free from something. Gaia is giving you freedom because you're well rooted. And now what I want to see is the courage card. Perhaps we're going to pick up on something. I want to ask, is this like courage that you're going to be displaying in this quarter? Or is this courage that you've already gone through before? I'm not sure. We'll explore this together. So it says there are moments in life when we feel utterly defeated, unworthy, and so terrified of failure that we lose sight of our inherent potential and rights. This sense of being the sense of being undeserving can be so overwhelming that it closes our eyes to the fact that our goals and dreams are always within our grasp. It's crucial to remember that these feelings of doubt and fear are temporary obstacles, not permanent barriers. By acknowledging our worth and overcoming these fears, we can see that what we're striving for has been attainable all along, waiting for us to claim it with confidence and determination. So, yeah, our courage, look at that. My eyes just fell there. Our courage guides us through the darkness, illuminating the way to our aspirations. So, you definitely have taken a step, or you're about to take a step. That's what I'm going to check for you. Have you already taken that step? And I see guiding cards here, as well as these two. So these shall explain the situation to us. Right, so have you taken that step? Yes, let's use these as the yes or no. No, you seem like you haven't. You seem like you're too afraid, too blocked to do something. Four of Wands is the celebration card. You're going to celebrate it. The very thing you're blocking yourself out of is a new beginning that you will be celebrating this quarter. So no, I feel like the answer is no, because there's an X here, which is already saying false. You haven't started yet. So for a lot of you, most of you, if not all of you, you haven't started this yet, unless this is your reading and you know that you've already started and the cards are in the past explaining how you were so blocked from doing something, and you're like already nodding and saying yes, that was my case a few months ago, but I've already started, right? If that's not you, for most people here, you haven't started this yet. So no, you haven't started yet, but I see that this quarter you're going to start something. You're going to be courageous. You're going to start something that you were always afraid, it seems, to begin. And you're going to be consistent with it. Now we know your cards better. You're going to be consistent with it. Perhaps you haven't put in that blood, sweat, and tears yet, but you are about to, right? So now we know better. And I wanted to ask what it is. Yeah? Yeah. What leap of faith are you taking this quarter? Ooh, you're moving towards your dreams. You're finally, you know how when you wake up in the morning, you take a shower to freshen up and get ready for the day? That's what I'm feeling here. It's like you're cleaning everything up energetically. You're like, right, I need to clear up my routines. Like you're taking decisions here. I'm not gonna waste time anymore. I'm not gonna watch television or YouTube. Instead, I'm gonna do this. So yeah, I feel like there's an awakening, a clean up that you're doing in your life, and you're following your dreams. A dream that you have. You feel like you're holding it. These are the bars or the wands from the World card. You're gonna achieve it. You're gonna achieve it. So cool. You're gonna achieve it this quarter. So it's a dream. You're treating it with respect this time, Ace of Swords. And as such, that's why Gaia is giving it to you with respect also. You're taking your dreams seriously. You're being very respectful in how you approach it. You're really thinking about it. You're giving yourself what you deserve with the crown. And you're doing the world, whether you realize it or not, some good. And that's why Gaia is extending its energy to you, its blessings to you. You might be thinking, doing something great for the world, Reem, this might be a little, exaggerated. Maybe you think that. But what I'm seeing in your cards, in one way or the other, you're doing the world good. Sometimes when we do something, it can benefit someone else one way or the other. And so in this way, maybe this other person will do something great. And so by you following your heart and your dreams, you've already done something great to the world, because you were the inspiration for someone else to do something entirely different, but being inspired by you, they were able to save the world, or do something good for the world. So whether directly or indirectly, I am seeing that Gaia is very happy with this step. energetically, and the abundance of the earth shall flow into you. And you've got, you see, I was just saying the Empress. You've got the figure from the Death card sitting on the throne of the Empress. Massive transformation going on in this quarter that again is leading to great abundance. And you see, you are changing as a person. You're changing your lifestyle. Maybe you're changing your habits. You're changing your thoughts about certain things. You're changing as a person as you approach something that you always thought was scary. You're changing. And because you're changing, you're helping Gaia, the earth, and you are going to be evergreen and abundant. And the Page of Swords, very interesting. We've got the Fool figure in the Page of Swords. So yes, new page, new beginning. One that will always stay loyal to you and will be protecting you through many things in life. So yes, if we're to answer, what is this new beginning? What is this thing that you're taking a leap of faith towards? It is towards your dreams. You deciding that you will respect these ideas that you have. You will respect these thoughts and take action towards them, right? Move forward with force is the swords. And this is changing who you are. And as such, it's changing the energy of your abundance. Gaia keeps showing how it will extend its abundance to you. Do you see all the flowers here in the armor? And it will be a new page in your life. If your life had chapters, this is a new, totally new page. Page of Swords, the Fool card, the Fool. A new page in this quarter for you, my dear pile number 3. And yeah, this is exactly what I see. This is why you have intuition. Now it makes sense because you haven't started this yet. So follow your intuition, follow your inner voice that is saying, come on, let's do it. We can get it. You're gonna fly into another timeline, almost get into another world, another experience with the actions that you will be taking. Knight of Pentacles, small actions lead to massive results. Just stay consistent with the small to see the massive and big things in the future. And my dear pile number 3, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 3, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye!